Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's Oscar, and today we're going to talk just quickly, very briefly, about F1 coming to Vegas next week. Very big event coming to the Strip and the city in general. Last year was the first time since I believe it was the early 80s since F1 came to Vegas, and definitely was something to see. You know, it's much different to have it here in Vegas, whereas compared to, let's say, you have it in Europe. Races are towards afternoon, kind of mid-afternoon, sometimes in the morning. Here in Vegas, the race starts like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and that is, because you have to have it available for people around the world. F1's a very big event. It's not just, a US-based event. It's not just a European event. It's not an Asian event. It's a worldwide event, something that, I've been watching since I was probably 4 or 5. That's as long as I can remember. I can remember, Raikkonen and Schumacher, Fisichella, Alonso in the OG days, and just everybody. It's like an immersive event for people who love motorsports and stuff like that. Over the last few weeks, the Strip has been getting itself ready for the event. Obviously, you have a whole bunch of lights. You got all these structures, grandstands, everything just changes on the Strip. Things get a lot more busier, traffic gets more hectic, and so on and so forth. Like I mentioned, last year was the first time we had the race since the early 80s. In the early 80s, Caesar's Palace Grand Prix was where it was at. It was hosted in one of the lots, and it wrapped around Caesar's and everything. I went to a talk about it at the Mob Museum last year. I believe it was right before, maybe a month before the race here. And it was super cool to hear about that event. They also used to have one at Stardust way back in the day, back when, there was literally nothing on the Strip, nothing, as far as the Las Vegas Strip. It was nothing. It was, just a road, desert, and behind the Stardust, they built this track just out of nowhere. It was super cool. I have to pull up some pictures and probably make a video about that sometime, because it's something that most people don't know about, and it's very cool. So, like I mentioned, last year we had the race since the first time since the 80s. In the 80s, they had these commemorative chips made. Paulson sold them. I'm not sure, how they were sold, whether they were sold in the Paulson store, they were sold, the grandstands or near the race or the race or whatever it was. I'm not sure. Last year, we had commemorative chips from, I believe it was just Ellis Island and Tuscany. I don't remember seeing any other ones. Ellis Island was turn 4, I believe it was. Tuscany just had kind of like a generic kind of F1 car on there. So this year, I'm not sure if there are any commemorative chips so far. I personally haven't seen any. I haven't heard about anything. My good friend Carl that lives in California, he is here in town. Texted me today asking if there were any F1 commemorative chips. I have no idea. I guess we'll have to see next week and see how that goes. So, like I said, I just wanted to talk about it. I know there's a bunch of people who collect the chips and so on and so forth. I have no idea as far as commemorative chips go. And it kind of sucks thinking back in the day, they used to make commemorative chips for every single event, every single person, every single show, everything you can think of in like the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, but primarily in the 80s and 90s. They were making commemorative chips for everything you could think of, whether it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Father's Day, Easter, 4th of July, Martin Luther King Day. They made a commemorative chip for everything. Four Queens, I think Four Queens has the biggest commemorative list in the world that I can think of. Next to the Opera House, Mahoney Silver Nugget. Those are probably the top ones. But over the years, people, they just don't care. Maybe 10 years ago, they were still making them like pretty often. But I think it got to a point where I don't know what the whole thing is. Maybe somebody complained. Maybe there's just too many of them. I don't know what the thing is. But commemorative chips, they went from up here and just plummeted into like no existence. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, please drop a like. If you have any comments, put those down below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And yeah, hopefully this weekend, next week will be good. Got some exciting things coming to the office at work, which I'm going to be very excited about. Something I've been wanting for a very, very long time. and hopefully it'll help things out over there. But yeah, F1 next week should be pretty cool. Probably make a vlog about that because I will be going to my boss's condo, which is in a prime spot to watch F1. So I'll be there with my dad, a whole bunch of other people. I might be there more than one day, so we'll have to see. And yeah, we'll see if there's any commemorative chips. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like. If you have any comments, put those down below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.